Hey y'all, welcome back to Faith Budgets. On this channel I'll be posting videos about how we use the zero-based budget, sinking funds, cash stuffing, and savings challenges to pay off debt and save at the same time. If that's content that you're interested in, then please keep watching and definitely hit that subscribe button and join us on this journey to financial freedom. Hey guys, welcome back to a monthly budget overview. That's what we're going to do today, the March monthly budget overview. I'm a little bit early because February is a short month, so I wanted to go ahead and get this done before that last week of February sneaks up on me. I usually try to get it done the middle of March, the middle of the previous month, or at least by the last week before that next paycheck comes in for March. Will be, last paycheck in February is February 27th, and then our first paycheck in March will be the March 7th. So I want to get everything to be able to close out my budget for February and get started in March. And we do a zero-based budget. We map it out for the whole month, but we do get paid weekly because my husband gets paid bi-weekly and I get paid bi-weekly, but we're on opposite pay weeks, so we end up getting paid weekly. I get paid every other Thursday, and then the following weeks he gets paid every other Friday. So that's just how we do it. We do a paycheck budget. We are, living paycheck to paycheck, but we map it out for the month first. So we do like a budget overview set up for the whole month with the estimated amounts that we will be making, and also the estimated amounts that are bills, which when we stuck to our budget, we're kind of used to the bills coming in. We know what they are. They usually stay around the same amount, except for your utilities. Sometimes they fluctuate just a little bit, and that's why I put a cushion in there to allow for things like that. But we're usually pretty close on those. If you're new, welcome. My name's Holly. My husband and I both work full-time. I'm a medical coder. I work from home. My husband is in utility services. We have 3 kids. My oldest son is 22. He is in college. He'll be graduating with his master's at the University of Tennessee in May. My youngest son is 18. He will be graduating from a technical school with a welding certificate in possibly April or May of this year. So he is almost complete with that. And then my stepdaughter is 18. She's a senior in high school. She'll be graduating in May. So lots of graduations going on this year. So if you've seen in my previous videos, I do have a graduation sinking funds envelope to save up for that stuff. So we utilize the zero-based budget and then also the cash stuffing method, cash envelope stuffing. So we all the variable spending, and then some of those bills that are like memberships, things that maybe only come out once or twice a year, we do stuff for those events that come up, or different things, memberships, and maintenance, car maintenance, home maintenance, those things, insurance premiums. We stuff for those that come up once or twice a year, and then pay that out of that. Usually use my credit card, pay that, and take that cash out of that envelope, and then pay the credit card. We're kind of getting used to that now. We've been using that several months with the credit cards, getting the reward points for that, and I have been using that when we go to stay in Knoxville for the Tennessee football games. We've had, several rooms that's been paid for through our points using our credit cards. We use the Chase Flex and Chase Unlimited, and I just combine the points together and get the hotel stay. I think maybe one time I had to pay $15 for a weekend, so it's definitely worth it, and it's making me be more disciplined with using the credit card. I pay it off twice a month. We don't ever let it go over, never have to pay any interest on it. I pay it around the 15th of the month and around the end of the month. Just, not exactly. I just like to make 2 payments on it because, for one, to be disciplined and not ever let it go over. And then also, I don't like keeping that much cash in my wallet, in my spend envelope. So I like to clean that out, get that paid off, and then start over again on the spent envelope. So if you've seen my cash stuffing videos, you've seen the spent envelope in the back, and I've explained how we use that with our cash envelope system. Missy Money is where I got the idea from. I kind of did it anyway, but not as organized and good as Missy did. But she really explains it so good in some of her videos. Go and watch some of hers. Missy Money. She has a YouTube channel, and she has a budgeting essentials website where she sells all these things that I have here. Most of them are all from Missy. So this planner, budget planner, is from Missy. She has the Excel spreadsheet and the cash envelopes where you can customize and get them to say whatever you want them to say. She has binders, wallets, cash teller slips, anything you could think of she has for budgeting. And it just clicked with me watching her on the videos. And that's just, I had tried the other savings challenges with all the coloring and the rolling the dice and all that kind of stuff, but it kind of just made me feel like I was all over the place. I like to be organized. And if you watched any of my videos, I'm just kind of, I guess I'm boring, but I like it just very organized, type A, just almost OCD a little bit. But she does have savings challenges as well, but they're simple, they're easy to follow, they're, it just clicked with me. So if you are interested and you're kind of boring like me, or if you're just getting started into cash stuffing, yeah, definitely check her out. And the zero-based budget method, if you're just getting started into that, it's very easy to understand. She has very, her videos will explain the process and break it down for you as to why you do it certain ways and the process of doing it to be able to stay consistent with it. So I've blabbed on and on. So this is my planner from Missy Money. This insert is from Etsy, this dashboard here. Faith Budgets. A budget doesn't restrict you, it empowers you. And then I have got a new dashboard, y'all. I don't know if you can see it through there. I finally got a floral. I got rid of the snow. Even though right now, as I'm speaking, on February 19th, here in Tennessee, I'm looking at snow up my window. We had some snow last night early this morning, and it was enough to freeze everything froze. Let's say the temperature is 24 right now, and it's not supposed to get up to 35, I think, until Friday. So 2 more days of the cold. So hopefully this will be the last little cold snap and cold weather that we have as far as, on the roads and everything. Anyway, I'm ready for spring. You guys know that. So I got this little floral. This is from on Etsy. It's All the Things by Casey. And I will try to link that below in the description. But if I don't, it's All the Things by Casey. Casey. And she has several different ones. I was like, ooh, I'm so tempted to get more. But I wanted to get one to see how it, make sure it fit and the quality and just see if I like it. And it goes really well with this frosted dashboard here. I'm going to have to laminate this one again. It's coming apart. I don't know what the deal is with it, but I think I can run it through the laminator. Maybe even put another sheet over it, but I don't want to, mess that up. I'm not very crafty, so I don't know. But anyway, I really like the floral look there. Getting ready for spring. Gives it a little color. Just giving a little personalization there, and it's got just colors on the back there. Oh, you can see my ring light. I wish it wasn't laminated, I guess. I wish it was more of like Missy's dashboards that she has for her A6. I think she's coming out with A5. I think I remember her mentioning different sizes. So that's another reason I didn't want to order too many from this one. I think I like the, cardstock, or like the really, I don't know what it's called, hard linen. Some of them call it linen paper. It's got the texture to it a little bit. I think that's what her dashboards are on the A6 size. So anyway, I will probably get some more for that later on. So I can change it up, so I don't get bored with it. See, I'm not too boring. I'm going to change it up a little bit. But this is the planner for Missy Money. And if you want any of her products, you can use my discount code FaithBudgets10 and get 10% off. So we'll just get started. And I do this in 4 quarters. So March is the last of the first quarter. So I do have January, February, March in here. And then once I get ready for April, I'll take January, February, March out and do April, May, and June and do the second quarter. So we'll flip on over to February. There's February. There's March. Okay. And then those are the tabs for my weekly, the paycheck budget. And I'm still in February, so I still have that over there in February. But after we get started in March, I will move all those over. So here's the monthly planning for the month of March. And I did some green here, just to color code what week covers which paycheck, covers which days, and the bills that fall. And a little note here that our tags are due on the Jetta on March 31st. But I have that money in my sinking fund, so that will not affect my monthly budget. But I wanted to make a note of it so that I will remember to take that cash out, which I'll see it hit my card. I believe I have it. No, I don't have it auto drafted. I get the email reminder, so I want to make sure that I don't forget to pay that in March. And I can go online and do it, and I need to do it ahead of time so that it'll get mailed to us before March 31st. So let's just get started. So we get paid on the 7th, 13th, 21st, and 27th. So it's a four-week pay month. It's not the 5 magic month. I think the next one is going to be in May, and I'm ready for it because I miss those. Now that I'm not getting any overtime, it is affecting our budget a little bit. So a little bit frustrating, but I know that it'll get a little bit better. My husband, he's got some overtime coming, I think, but we just use the base pay, what our bottom pay is, without any overtime expected, so that we're not bummed out and having to, readjust everything. So we're just going to go on the base pay, and then if we do get any overtime, that will help us towards our sinking funds. I mean, we have enough to pay our bills, but we don't have enough to contribute to those sinking funds like I want to. I want to put money in all of them. Everybody does, but some of them I have to put money in as far as like the memberships and insurance premiums, SAMs, things that we, spend on weekly almost, and then UT tickets, we're saving up for that to pay that in February. So I can't let things go too long because then I won't have enough when the bill comes due. So, and like the car tags, registrations for those. So I want to make sure that we have that money in there when it needs to be paid. So, all right, let's just get in here the income. So like I said, we have 4, and on the 7th, 13th, 21st, and 27th, and here's the totals here. It's going to be $8,090, and this is pretty much exactly like February. It's kind of weird. The pay dates were exactly the same as it was in February, so it was kind of easy to set this budget up. But I usually use the Excel spreadsheet, get my monthly overview planned out, but I do like to write it on here too, so that as I'm going through and putting the bills into each paycheck week, 1, 2, 3, and 4, I mark off here, to make sure that I've put it in a pay week. It's coming out of a paycheck. So that's my little marks. That's why that's there. Oh, and I got this pen. Well, I've had these pens, but Stephanie from Budget for 5 with Stephanie, she had got her some new pens just like this, but she was like me, it rattles. It makes noise. Here's another one. This is an old one. And it always rattles. And I see that she put a rubber band on hers. I was like, why didn't I do that? So I put a little rubber band on there so it don't make noise. Anyway, so it's broken down into bills and debts here. So the only debt we have is the SUV, and I allocate $200 a month. I leave that in the checking account, and then at the end of the month I have an auto draft. Why is that not on here? I didn't write that on here. Did I do that in February? I think it comes out automatically, but I want to know that. I didn't put it on there either. Okay. Anyway, it's $200, so at the end of the month it'll be $800 that goes to that payment. It automatically drafts on the 25th to the 27th, somewhere around in there. So at $800 a month for that. So the total for $800 for the debt, and then this will be all the bills here. Mortgage is $1,694, and then I do a $20 cushion a week, so that's $80 for the month. And then auto insurance is $667. That's for all of us. Well, yeah, my oldest son, we still pay for his, even though he's in college. He's getting married in September, and I told him they graduate in May. They're going to sell his condo there. He purchased a condo. I signed with him, and we got him going on that. And he had a roommate So he was like paying half the mortgage and the roommate was paying the other half. So it just worked out better that way than paying rent for like an apartment. So he was able to do that. And so he'll be selling that condo and get the money, get some money back hopefully from that to put for a down payment on a home for him and his future wife. And when they move back, they'll have that, they'll live there and get started with everything, get their bills and get their budget started. And I told him just wait until they get settled, get their mortgage, get their bills, utilities, all that, and he can figure that in when he gets ready to set up his budget. Or when he's trying to figure out how much they want to spend on a home, I'll tell him, he can go ahead and check into getting the car insurance on them because he'll want to get it on her too. And then also the Verizon bill, I pay his cell phone bill. So those two things will be going away whenever they get married and get settled. I told him not to rush, but he knows that he wants to take on those responsibilities. So auto insurance and cell phone will be going down, but I do still have my younger son on there for the auto insurance. And then this will be going away too, the child support for my stepdaughter. She's 18, so when she graduates, that will be going away. So things will be shifting around, so hopefully it'll get a little bit better as far as more money to go to our sinking funds and possibly more money to go to the SUV. I'm not sure, and I don't know, we need more money. We may need a new lawnmower. I'm not sure if my husband got that fixed last year or how long it's going to last, so definitely need to buff up our home maintenance envelope. And we built our house we moved in 2019, a new build, and we're lucky that things haven't, we hadn't had to repair a lot, but you want to be prepared in your home maintenance envelope for things that come up. And we also use it for like the outside things that we need to do for our yard. We have 10 acres across the road, and then we have 9 acres here, and we have some, quite a bit of mowing and yard tending to do and flowers, and I use that home maintenance for that as well. So I definitely need to bump that up, especially for the spring and summer months coming. So, and we got our tax return. We'll be getting our tax return too. So I think we're going to, probably put a lot of that. We've got to buy another load of gravel. It's been a couple years since we bought gravel, so we've got some low spots that when it rains, it's like a pond out there in the driveway. So lots of things on the to-do list, but okay, where was that? Okay, now we're getting into utilities. Internet's going to be $24, water will be $60, electric $300. I bumped that up because last month it was $329 is what it came out, and I think I only budgeted $280. So that's what that cushion is for. I've let that build up, so that's why that's there. But I wanted to go ahead and put this up. We had a really cold month in January, so that was why February's bill was so high. So I'm not sure how this one's going to be. We'll see, but put $300. Then there's child support $217, and then Apple storage is $10, life insurance $27. That's mine additional from my employer. I have that outside my employer. My husband has his. I think I have a small one with my employer too, but then my husband has a different one as well. It's taken out of his check. And then we have Verizon $245, Apple Music $19, Instant Ink $10, and I don't think it's 10. I just rounded up. And then Hulu $33, and then the child support $217. So that's a total of $3,603 for the bills. So then over here to the variable expenses, this will be our cash envelopes that I keep in my wallet. These are, and then the sinking funds are the ones that I keep in my binders for the when I do the cash stuffing. So we have groceries. It's going to be $280 a week, so that's $1,120 for the month. Gas is $160. That's for all of us. Well, me, my husband, and my stepdaughter. And then like for the side by side, the tractor. What else does he use? Anything else like that out there in the shop. But that's total $640. Eating out is $60 a week, so that's $240. Giving is $45 a week, and that's $180 a month. Shopping is $40 a week, so that's $160. Medications for my prescriptions, and then if we have to get any medications like at Walgreens, as far as like Sometimes I put vitamins in there, but I usually do vitamins in self-care. But if we need to pick up anything, just I have that cash in my wallet. Sometimes I'll use that, just depending on how much is in there. So $35 a week for that. It's $140. Miscellaneous $40 a week, so that's $160 a month. Kids activities $40. We've got basketball going on right now, so and then so that's $40 a week there, $160 a month. Hubby's $150. That's his all together, everything. So that's $600 for him a month. So for the month, variable expenses will be $3,400 for that. And I did not zoom you guys in. I'm sorry. So over here on sinking funds, see, poor little sinking funds. They only get $180 for the whole month, but I'm hoping that we do get a little bit of overtime, and we can, I put asterisks right here beside the ones that I want to, if we do get overtime, make sure I pay attention to those if we can. But I also didn't get to fully fund my self-care, the memberships I did. And the UT tickets, lease land, like these right here, I normally put this in there every week, but I'll try to fund these first and then go up here to these next. But we get our tax return back too. I think we get back $2,000, $2,045. So we have a few things that we want to get as far as the gravel, and I think some tires for this little truck that my husband bought that he's fixing up, that I don't know if he's going to resell it or if he's going to drive it and we'll sell the Jetta car. So I don't know. We're going to get some tires to put on that. And then, I don't know. I guess we'll put the rest of the money in the sinking funds. We'll distribute it out. So all that's going to be funded this month in March will be self-care will get $60. Memberships will get $80. UT tickets will just get $40. So that's a total of $180 for the sinking funds. Then we have savings and investments. That's all taken out of my check before I see it, before I see the money. So it's already taken out. Same for my husband. We have our 401. I have a 401b. He has a 401k, and he also has a pension. All that stuff's taken out beforehand. So we don't have to worry about that. And I did bump mine up to, I think I'm up to 11% now on my contribution. So getting closer to that 15% mark. I know I'm not debt free yet, but I am 46 years old. So I do have that to think about as well. I'm getting closer to retirement than some of the younger ones. So I want to be able to prepare for that a little bit. Okay, the savings challenges. These are all from Missy Money. I'm doing the 52-week challenge, the 12-month challenge, the I Do Savings Challenge for my son's wedding in September, and then the 1 month ahead and the 100 envelope. And I did not get to allocate anything for the 1 month ahead or the 100 envelope for March yet. If I do have any left over from my variable spending, I will put some in there, or possibly some overtime on the weekly checks. We'll see. So right now, just for the monthly overview, I'm going to do $55 in the 52 week, and then excuse me, 12 month will do $50. The I Do Savings Challenge just got that left over too, just that odd number at the end. And I don't even think I have a $2 challenge in there. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll have some more cash left from my wallet. I'll have to put some with it. And that's a total of $107 for the savings challenges. So let's get my calculator and make sure that we have a zero-based budget here. Okay, so over here for income, we have $8,090. For the debt, we have $800. For the bills, $3,603. I like this erasable pen. $3,603. Then the variable expenses, $3,400. Sinking funds was 180. And then savings and investments was nothing. Savings challenges was 107. So we'll subtract all of these from the income to make sure we have 0. And that'll bring us to our zero-based budget. Minus 3,400, minus 180, minus 107. For the savings challenges, yes, 0. So that brings us to a zero-based budget, which means that we have given every dollar an assignment. Doesn't mean that we've brought our checking account down to 0. We leave everything in there that's supposed to be paid, and I have my buffer in there. Or cushion, buffer, whatever you want to call it, so that I don't ever overdraft. I usually try to leave it $300 to $500. That's kind of where I've been comfortable with, $300 to $500. Usually closer to 3, but sometimes it gets a little bit more. And that way, if a bill does come out, auto draft or something, I've got a little bit in there for that. Or if I make a credit card payment with the money that I've deposited, it kind of keeps it even in there where I don't overdraw. So, all right, guys. And then there's the monthly funding plan. This is from Veda at the Simple Budget. This is just kind of how I do my sinking funds. Preparing for the money that's left over after bills and which week I want it to come out of. So you can see at the top, week 1 through 5, and how much is left. The number here is how much is left after the bills and their savings challenges are allocated for. So that lets me know how much money I have left to contribute to these sinking funds, and I can select which week I want it to come out. So that's my little funding plan there for that. And that's it, guys. That's it for March. Can't believe February is almost over. It comes and goes so quickly. All right, guys. There's my flowers again. I love it. Let me send you guys back out a little. Alright, guys, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking the videos, and also for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and join us, and hit the little bell icon so you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. The next video should be, well, I don't know when this will post, but possibly if I post this before my last paycheck in February, you'll see the 4th paycheck in February. You'll see that after this, but because usually I like to get this posted before. I don't know, maybe I should wait and do it after, and do it like the first week of March. I may do that, since that's how it fell this week. The first paycheck's not till March 7th, but that will work. Okay, guys, thank you guys for watching and commenting, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have a good day.